In this video, you will learn about the solutions we have proposed to help predict and fight Phase 4 Ebola in Qatar. We are Team 5 and we hope you enjoy our video. Before we delve into the solutions, let me first give you a brief overview of what Ebola is, and second, a brief background of Qatar. Ebola is a virus disease that is transmitted through bodily fluids and infected fruits, among other factors. The most prominent signs and symptoms include abnormally high fever, bleeding, and vomiting. Qatar has an estimated population of 2.6 million people, around 1 million of whom are laborers. Qatar also has the highest GDP per capita in the world, which is $145,000. The country spends 2.2% of its GDP on healthcare, and currently has 21 health centers and 11 hospitals. Now I'll move on to talk about the ways in which we can mitigate and prepare for future Ebola outbreaks. Currently, Qatar has no infrastructure that can be used during an Ebola outbreak. This will be a problem when an outbreak does occur, as there will be no medical facilities that could help to prevent the spread of the disease. Qatar also does not have any applications or websites that can be used to provide information on the diseases or detect and locate cases. Our solutions will consist of two main aspects, the first being airport control and the second being the Ebola Care mobile system. For our airport control solution, we will place thermal sensors in the airports that will detect abnormally high body temperatures. Every individual entering the country will be scanned by the thermal scanners placed across the checkout terminals. Those who are found to have abnormally high body temperatures will be taken immediately for further testing by public health authorities. Those individuals that are suspected to have Ebola symptoms will be subjected to 21 days of monitoring. Those that are confirmed Ebola victims will be quarantined immediately at one of the dedicated facilities.
To prevent and mitigate Ebola, we are introducing Ebola Care mobile app. This application is available free of charge and can be downloaded on all smart devices. It has several features that will allow the public to detect, locate, and prevent Ebola. One of the main features of the app will be to allow users to self-report systems in regular surveys. The app analyzes the results of the survey and identifies cases of Ebola. It also creates awareness by guiding users on the basic safety measures to stay Ebola-free. Another key feature of the app is to allow users to view daily reports of Ebola cases near them. Also, the users can view any confirmed and suspicious cases that are detected through the survey results, which are updated regularly. Finally, the app will map the collected information on local, national, and international so that users are aware of the areas affected by Ebola. It also detects the speed and direction in which the disease is spreading so that users can be prepared to take necessary actions before the disease hits their area. Moving on to the response phase, we will talk about the solutions to deal with the spread of Ebola across Qatar. A joint task force will be allocated with 6 major components that are explained in detail later in the video. The Ebola Care system will consist of a GPS tracking system along with the Ebola Care app. Another app, EV Index, will be a publicly available database of all Ebola cases in the country. Health Qatar is an awareness campaign that will be spread through TV, radio, and social media. The joint task force will also consist of a quarantine facility and an emergency response center, along with treatment centers across the country. The map shows an example of how treatment centers will be operating across the country. For documenting events, there will be a dedicated TV channel that will air latest updates on Ebola. Radio will allow us to reach those audiences that do not have access to TV or social media. The TV screen will look something like this. It will be mandatory for sports, drama, and news channels to have a strip at the bottom giving updates on Ebola cases, the areas affected, and preventative measures.
Ebola Care is more than just a mobile app. It's a system designed to fight Ebola in Qatar. This system focuses on trying to fight Ebola for you. From as simple as a text message telling you locations you should avoid visiting, this system has it all. Let's say you enter Al-Saad, where there has been an Ebola case. The application automatically updates a specific location as a no-go zone. The GPS in the mobile will detect when you enter such a location, so upon entering Al-Saad, our system in collaboration with local networks like Urdu and Vodafone will automatically notify you via text message. The message states that our systems indicate that you have just entered Al-Saad. There has been a reported Ebola case in this area. Make sure to take precautions and visit nearest healthcare center to get checked for Ebola symptoms. In order to improve efficiency of the system, we will send these messages in the respective languages of the user, specifically for migrant workers. If a migrant worker is from Pakistan, he will receive the message in Urdu saying, "Aapke ilake mein Ebola maazi mein paya gaya hai, ehtiyat kijiye." In addition, the system will send regular messages to increase awareness about Ebola and will encourage regular checkups. These messages will state, "Kindly visit your nearest Ebola care center to get yourself checked. If you believe yourself to be infected, call a 444 Ebola and one of our teams will reach you at the earliest possibility." Likewise, billboards will be put up on all busy streets of Qatar to raise awareness about the issue at hand. These billboards will be in both Arabic and English as to cater to both parties. We will also be starting a Qatar Against Ebola campaign to talk about what you should and should not do in these hard times. They will focus on very small issues like wearing a mask if you enter an Ebola-affected area. In collaboration with Joint Task Force, we will encourage companies to help fight Ebola. These include things like, but not restricted to, paid holidays to sick employees, posters detailing with preventive measures employees should take, and making the use of hand sanitizers and masks a common act. This campaign will also urge people to not share food because food sharing can be a serious cause of Ebola spread.
EV Index will be an online database updated by government and healthcare officials, accessible by the public, wherein they record information of all the Ebola patients. EV Index can be downloaded as a mobile app. Profiles will be created for suspected and confirmed patients, showing information such as their classification, date confirmed, and treatment center. EV Index can also be used for contact tracing, as individuals can determine if they have unknowingly come into contact with Ebola victims. Contact tracing is used to identify and follow up with individuals who may have come into contact with an affected victim. Through the use of technology, we can combine past telecommunication history with GPS data to predict who the victims most likely came into contact with. In the following video, you will see how migrant workers are expected to report to designated Ebola treatment centers to be checked for the virus.
2 मिनट का भी काम है काम शाम करके काम हो गया यार जो बहुत अजो we're here for the Ebola treatment.
Oh yes, perfect. Could I just please have your full names, your complex, building, and room number, please?
Sahib and complex number B, building 2, room number 147.
Alright, if you could please take a seat.
Financial support in terms of monetary givings to the sick Ebola patients and their treatment will be a responsibility of the government. Joint Task Force will also be responsible for providing psychological first aid support for Ebola victims and their families. The recovery phase will consist of 3 campaigns aimed at satisfying the general public about Qatar's efforts against Ebola and to put confidence in the visitors of Qatar's status as an Ebola-free country. As part of the Seal of Safety campaign, the certification by WHO will show that Qatar has taken all the necessary steps to ensure that it has eradicated Ebola virus. The Did You Know campaign will advertise the efforts Qatar has taken against Ebola, mainly targeting the visitors through its helqatar.com platform. This will also include Google Ads for the search word Qatar, as you can see on the Google search page. For the Continued Efforts campaign, the Joint Task Force will work with UNMEER and researchers from all around the world at QSTP to ensure that a future outbreak can be efficiently contained.
Thank you for watching our video. We hope you enjoyed it.